Okay, let's get into it. Check. Alrighty. So, first thing we gotta do, fix this dying mesh. Okay, so let's see, why did I do this? Walls should not have. Massive mask. So, false this color is 0. It's all turned off now. Oh, I'm tripping. Oh, it's that thing. Good lord. I have a glow in the dark kind of like effect on these light switches. Jesus. Alright, I'm gonna pull this off. Why is this so bright? I do have auto exposure on, so let's see if it doesn't calibrate to an adequate level. I think it's still pretty bright. I'll fix it later. Okay. So it's just gonna be 1400. Everything set with daytime settings. What? So weird. Okay, well. Yeah, it's gonna begin play. They're not picking up. Or they're like defaulting to daytime settings. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna troubleshoot right now. Basically, I have this controller object that I'm using to mess with the environment because I'm trying to keep the lighting balance between a day and a night sort of environment or like lighting setup. So since I'm driving the values there, I figured what is it that use that as a source of truth for, understanding and telling the game what the environment actually is, so that it knows, or the lights can receive that message in some way and know the right setting. I guess I could do it through an interface. That's so weak, but if that's what needs to be done, then it could be easier. I think what's happening is there's a sequence of assets being initialized, and I think variables are not being changed before they need to be checked. So what I'm going to try to do is, let's see, yeah, I think I do just have to say like when this thing spawns, send a message to everything. But that's the thing, is like the variables, basically the assets have default variables that they've stored internally that they reference for the functions. So if I try to just say like, okay, when the controller spawns, tell all the assets what the date time setting is, I don't know for sure that all the lights are going to be in place, and it's just going to send the message out, and maybe the lights pick it up, maybe they don't. If they don't, I'm just going to have to put a delay on sending that message out, and I think that's probably like a sloppy way to go about it. There's got to be a better way to ensure that like assets are ready to receive, that all the assets are ready to receive the message, and not just by like slapping a timer in there. Because then I feel like I'm going to get into this situation of like, okay, I wait a second for the controller to send the message out to the lights, but then like, I don't know, what if I have another thing that I want to have happen on begin play that needs to like just be cast to specific objects, and like I have to put a delay on that, but then like, oh, the timing for this needs to be like just so, and I feel like if the more complexity I bring into it, it just like, it can spiral out of control. So I want to just like keep this simple and manageable. With that being said, though, how can I do this? I still don't know exactly what I'm gonna do to pull this off. So things like this. Function. This is kind of like the same thing. I'm just sort of hoping that the actor's already there. I guess maybe hopefully by begin play, that means all the assets are initialized, and then maybe, well, no. See, I think that's what is okay, but then in the lights, on begin play, when they're supposed to be giving the reference, yeah, so basically I figured they're like, the method that I want to try and utilize for this to keep it simple, that I like tried so far, was to say, have the controller tell the game mode, like change a variable in the game mode itself, to say like, okay, the game mode is taking place in a nighttime environment or something, and then all of the subsequent assets can say like, okay, I'm just going to hit the game mode and say like, what's this variable, and then use that. But then, see, I kind of use that variable for a lot of other things, so I can't really like do random operations beforehand without this. Yeah. because like even setting, like using this variable, like I'm changing it first, so I can't set it any earlier than that. And then isOn is just getting a default variable that is being changed when I come to the scene here and like click to activate. This is on. So basically on begin play, it'll check that variable and make sure it starts on. But yeah, so the issue now is that I'm playing in night mode, and that these lights, they are basically using this default variable value of true, which means for day, so true or false. And so it means use daytime settings is the default setting for it, but then what I try to do here is say, okay, go to the game mode and give me that value if it's day or night, and then set that. And so that should be happening on begin play. It's not, but so if I just come here and click on it, it should turn on and off. Oh, that one stayed bright. See here, I don't know why this isn't like turning completely off when I do that too. Let's see now, after I reset it like that, then we come back. Hey, you pushing me? You push me? I got pushed, I felt something. Oh, damn, he's one over there. What the fuck? Okay, never mind. Yeah. So, without using a delay, let's make sure that the variables in the game mode are being set correctly. So they are supposed to be driven by this controller. So yeah. So this is just an internal variable for its own calculations, and then it's also choosing what the game mode variable is going to be. So 7. So these are the buttons that I'm clicking to set night and day. So I'm going to set night. Okay, so updating components has nothing to do with the lighting of the assets. It's just these other components here. Okay. That needs to happen on begin play. And then I can get whatever the local variable is that's set to from all the button switching I'm doing. And there's that. Nice. Okay, I think that should do it. God damn it. Of course not. See, so when we start the game, this is the kind of lighting quality that we should see. As you can see here, it's blown out as black. So, what we need to do then is say 7, and so I have that clicked. begin play. Okay, so begin play of our light class. We are checking our game mode and doing that. Gotta do it. Gotta do it. So all the lights are gonna print true if they think it's day and false if they think it's night. Yeah. Oof. Okay, so they are not getting set in the proper time. It's okay, it's okay. Of course, that delay option is always there as a safety net, but I really want to avoid that. Okay, so hey, Green Coke, how's it going? Welcome to the show. We're having a good time here, setting variables and whatnot. Nice, nice. How's the rest of your day been so far? So now I need to prioritize the scene controller running its begin play. Let's see here. So I am pondering on the sequence of variables that are being set here. So basically I have different lighting setups for the scene that I'm making. I'm trying to do day and night. And between those two, as I switch between them, I'm trying to make sure all my assets have the right exposure values, or like light intensity for this in this case. And what I'm struggling with right now is that I'm trying to have one object basically set that like a universal variable of if it's day or night, and then have the rest of the objects sort of spawn after reading that variable. And it's just not, I can't set it in the first place before the other assets try to read it. So I'm having the light here look at the game mode, and the game mode has a variable that says day or night, and it's, finding that, it's pulling that variable, and that's good. But I'm using the controller object to set that variable, and it seems like the controller object is setting the variable after the lights pull it. Well, no, it's like I have this light switch working that's like doing that. And it even like sets the correct values and everything that I want after I use it. But for some reason because of everything I was just describing, when I hit begin play, it thinks that the light basically thinks that it's in daytime, so it uses these bright values. If I go to controller, change this so we get the daytime settings. Basically I drop the camera exposure and the lights, like this is when it's blown out, like you saw before, this is exactly the same value of the light. It's because the camera dropped the exposure that it looks more dim. But when I go to the night settings, everything's a bit brighter, but it shouldn't be like or no, everything actually needs to go down in brightness because I bring the camera exposure up. But right now the light is not going down in brightness for the daytime, or for the night setting. Yeah. Ugh. So that's what I'm trying to do. So editor day and night. Basically, I just clicked on that. So let's see. Let's see if somehow it's not respecting the events that I click in the editor. So if I go to night, we turn this variable off, and that's what it's supposed to use. But if I hit print right now, did that not even print at all? Oh wow, I'm a freaking clown. Yeah, no, I found it. It's just right here. It's me just being a total dunce. I'm just like, ooh, no, it's connect them. Yeah. This is my freaking failed path of logic. So if I actually succeed, then it was never gonna work. Of course. Hey, I'm an artist. I'm self-taught, so I can make mistakes all day long. No shame. Okay, let's see now. God damn it. Still right. Actually, no. Okay. I think this is okay. Yeah, because with my... Is it though? Maybe? Let's see. This will be the true test. No. Yeah, it's still too bright. Because I have auto exposure intentionally kind of having this effect. Basically, I want, if the player is like acclimated into a dark space and then like the lights come on, I want them to be kind of blinded. But if they choose to use lights and just kind of like hang out in a space, then it'll slowly kind of adapt, and then it won't be so intense on their eyes and everything. But then if the lights go out, like it'll be extra dark. Yeah, basically it's not finding the default value that I want on begin play, so it starts off wrong, but then when I flick the switch, it picks up the correct value and then assigns everything the way I want it to. So like this is where I'm trying to say like, okay, take my variable and then set. Wait, do I have to target the controller? No. I'm using the right controller there. Blah, blah, blah. I'm setting the variable that is that controller here. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Let's double check to make sure that this is actually sending a false. Yeah. Yep. So it's like the controller object, but with all the button clicks, I'm choosing true or false, and then it's supposed to send that to the game mode, and then the other assets pull that variable or pull that Boolean value from the game mode. Doesn't look like it's actually updating the lights after. It is because you can see like when I start the game, like it's starting out it's like super bright. Even if I like sit here and let the auto exposure bring down the value, it still will stay like relatively bright compared to when I flick the switch here, where it picks up the Boolean and sets the multipliers correctly. Now you can see it's much more dim. So that's how I know that it knows now that it's night and it should be exactly this lighting setting. So after clicking that, I'm getting what I need the light to do. But on begin play it is not. Oh yeah, see, so look, the scene controller at least, okay, it's sending the right variable, so that's good. It is doing that. I think then, maybe, gosh, I need to just loop, but I'm okay with waiting for something beyond. What's the value of starting the lights versus without the button sets? What's the starting value of the lights without the button sets? Okay, that's 1700. So the base value is what should be working with the night setting. So I have, like, this is what, yeah, this default value is. And then basically how I'm doing this is when I switch to day, I'm using a daytime like multiplier value. So I just scale that up to get what I need. So if I do, let's go to daytime settings, click on this guy, so use that, and then if I come down here to this, I would say like 10, and that'll get brighter. But I like keeping it, I'm going to keep it kind of dim so that you have to give and take of like, oh yeah, it's nice, like daylight, like that should be chill, but then you get inside and like, oh yeah, the lights like don't really do that much. Like it's still lit enough, but still get plenty dark and weird. Does that kind of answer your question? So it's essentially like I have my base values, and then depending on that Boolean, I'm using a series of select kind of operations like this, where I'm saying use, like multiply that base intensity by like 1, so like don't change it, or use the daylight multiplier if we have day set. No worries. Yeah, what are you setting? What's that light bouncing around in? Is that ray tracing bounces or Schlumen? Excuse me. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see. I wonder if in the lights, if we say get some value difference. Well, yeah, so I mean, I understand the issue here. It's just trying to figure out a path to solve it. Basically, yeah, it's pulling the variables after I'm setting them, or before I'm setting them. And that's just because of like the sequence of how the assets initialize and spawn in on begin play. Print the final intensity after light on open. You see how much it differs. Yeah, I mean, that'll prove basically that like it'll be my daytime multiplied setting. So I can tell you right now, it'll be like 6,000 something, and then after I flick those switches, it'll go down to 1,700. So I think what I'm gonna do is turn on a setting in the game mode to say like has been initialized or something, or like day or night set, and then I'll just like kind of loop and say like wait till that's been set, and then you can finish up the begin play function. So if they're clear intensity difference just to cause. No, I need, so to have, when I change the environment lighting, yeah, basically, yeah, that's essentially what's happening. So I'm thinking of a solution to say like have a boolean in the game mode that says like day or night has been set, leave that to false, and then have this loop and like wait till that gets set to true. Then whenever the controller is ready to do its thing, it'll set it to true, and then that lets the lights finish the begin play sequence. I think that, I mean, that might look like a small flicker if it is like a frame or two delayed, but I think that should work. I know like looping to wait like that is kind of lame. Well, what would be looping? It's just like is it gonna try to loop in one frame if I say like something like this and do like is true, wait, is valid? No. I don't know. It's just delayed blueprint startups. Right, but I feel like I've heard people I don't know, like say that that's not like a great idea, or it could be expensive, or I don't know. I'm also worried about having to time other things too if I need things to kind of delay or wait or whatever. So I'd like to do something that's like independent of like just having to pause and wait for things to happen. I know that will work though. It's not good, but then you need to check on the loop or receive ready call. Yeah. So I'm thinking just go for a loop. Hopefully that'll be quicker and maybe easier. You can register at the GI to a dispatcher, for example. Yeah, can you explain more what you mean there? You can register at the game instance, is that what that is? To the dispatcher, but then you need to wait till every light is registered before you call the dispatcher. Right, yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Basically I'll have the, let's see, I'll just fucking do it, let's do it. The game mode, I'm gonna need to open it. Game mode here, so I have this day or night boolean value, so I'm gonna say like controller has set value, so this will tell me if the controller's been initialized and the value's been updated or not. So it's gonna start off false. I'm gonna do that, let's see. And then the controller is going to set the lines in. Yeah, so the controller will run the function here to set that. We'll do this, and then we'll just do another one to say set controller set true. Okay, so after it tells the controller the correct boolean value, it's going to update its own value and then going to open that gate there. And then the lights going to have to say let's say if false. Set the same thing. That's what we wanted to not do. Freaking delay. I know it's just till the next tick, but because if I just do like false, you can't just like connect that in there. It has to be a delay, right? I mean, delay for 1 tick, though. That should be okay, right? Just gonna do 1 loop per tick. Oh shit, but the lights... If the lights don't start with tick, which I don't want them to, I don't know if this will even work. Well, let's find out. So I think the way this is set up, this should be good. It won't continue past this until the controller's been set, then we'll get the correct value. So next tick is not tick based, I think. Is it like on game tick or something? Yeah, okay, nice. Alright, let's see. This is crazy bright bulb intensity. Just kind of like that's a little bit too dim. Yeah, I'll put that here. Okay. Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Good stuff, good stuff. Nice. High five, dude. Good stuff. Thank you. Appreciate the support there. Take those all day. Alright. What do we do? Making games is easy. What's next? Let's see, I got those. I need to add my light switch. Okay, I think what I wanted to do is these guys actually have they have little emissive lights behind them, so I want to make sure that that comes through in the daytime. Reflection captures? Nah. We got lumen. We're gonna capture some sign distance meshes. I'm calling it a day. You know what I'm saying? Oh wait, are you trying to deal with your reflections right now? Yeah, I guess what issues are your... Oh, you always forget that. I mean, my reflections are working, it's just not super, like, everything's kind of rough a little bit. Let's see, I think I can make here. Not the little window. Pretty new to Lumen. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. That's what I'm like leveraging for this. I did want to kind of play with some mirror work over here, like this kind of effect, which is fun of this like hidden triangle shape there. But this is supposed to be like a mirror surface, and this is just like the best that I can get for now, which I think passes fine, but see some banding kind of going on there. And then it's supposed to resort, like after you get 2 meters away, it switches to screen space reflections, as opposed to like a lumen ray trace sort of thing. So that's why you kind of see that shimmer, or that, thing going on there. Yeah, this is like the default lumen setup, so it's pretty sweet. And then yeah, using the hardware rendering, or what's it called? Yeah, like a hardware ray tracing lumen option will get you better quality reflections, but if you can see like the kind of lighting or this like banding that's happening here on the wall, that will just get a lot more clear with that, and you don't you'll have to add a lot more bounces to get this kind of like soft look, and that gets expensive quick. New thing, let's see, press. Yeah. see, we got full metallic and no, almost full roughness, but not quite. Let's see. Just make our head material here. Okay. So yeah, a little more crisp, but you can see like kind of in the sink the distortions that you get from the lumen. The sine distance fields. So at this point, you can just increase the sine distance field like resolution, and that will give you better meshes. So you see like that distortion there. If we go to lumen, no, or at least, well, I mean, I'm just floating around in the editor. Let's see. I think my player mesh is set up for lumen. No, okay, yeah. So I don't know about skeletal meshes. But yeah, if you just have like a pawn, like static pawn mesh, and maybe that'll work. Okay, yeah, so what it's actually reflecting is this. So even this is like a better quality. Let's see. Okay, there you go. Yeah, so this reflection view, I think it has a lower setting for the sine distance fields. Or, oh, okay, you know, it's distance based now. So you're seeing how it kind of tightens up there and then blows out as you get away. So that's sort of what we were seeing in the main reflection view here with the sink there. Yeah, I think that actually does give you the same effect as this too, I'm pretty sure. You just don't have the option of any of the, like changing any material settings. Where's my add actors thing? I always lose that window right here. Place actors, there we go. Let's do the softer. Okay. Let's see. Ooh, no player reflect. Oh wait, no, it's not even there. Plane reflection requires global clip plane project setting enabled. Oh, okay. Really? It's not just gonna have that kind of material just enabled by default? 'Cause I did play with this in the past and I was able to show, oh, this is probably why. Oops. Oh. No. I'm checking it out. This is weird. He like didn't even show in that like example you link. Like he makes the mirror material, but then. Or oh wait, am I being a clown? Is the reflection capture just captures the thing, and then the material here is what displays the capture? So I'll take box inside material, project sample, click on the okay. Obviously. Ugh, okay. I'm gonna do the material thing. Okay. Cool. Alright. I wonder if this will, like, what impact this will have on performance using just the default lumen reflections. Hopefully it should be better, right? Oh. No better quality, I guess, but who's to say about performance? Next, I don't know what I was doing when I like played around with it a few weeks back. Okay, yeah, nice. Somewhere where last time I was trying to mess with it, yeah, I was able to just like spawn it. Or maybe I was just being dumb and like I tried to position it where the mirror was and didn't realize I wasn't doing anything. Who knows? Yeah. So in case you're wondering, this game is supposed to be similar to like Phasmophobia. It's gonna be like a ghost hunting shenanigans type thing. Okay. Let's see. So now my mirror asset. Oh yeah. Will reflect me. Is that what you were saying? Whoa, now it's like reflecting just that one. Like it's not getting any better. Wow. Okay. Interesting and weird. I don't know if I like it. Let's see if I can open up that material. I wonder if I can support reflections. Let's see. Up the resolution of the reflection on the plane. I mean I could, but it's just reflecting like garbage geometry. I think that's the main issue that I'm having with it right now. I don't even care about like if it's blurry or not. It's just like look at the door and like all that and like how that like window frame is set up in there, like the freaking tub and everything. Okay, we're resetting, turning off support planar reflections, and the material didn't change anything, which is weird. It's probably like a reflected lumen quality setting. What does it do with the build and plane settings? Are you sure? Let's see. What does this guy say? Make sure we got all the settings right. Oh, he's using screen space global illumination. I think I'm using lumen. I don't want screen space glow illumination because that's gonna leave or make like camera dependent artifacts and everything, and that's not fun. Yeah. But he is still using lumen reflections. To do with the build in plain settings. The mirror is still full metallic. Remove that. Just make the mirror one solid color. What? No spec, no metallic? Really? For real? One solid color. Like that? No spec, no metallic. Well, technically no spec. I gotta do this. The fact it's metallic means it's mixing in two different reflections. Oh, okay. Okay, so this is saying all reflections now on top of this surface are going to be driven by planar reflections. But then, alright, I guess I might have to just pop the reflection method over to screen space just to test this and give it a honest try. Alright. Screen space, okay. Change the reflection to screen space. Nada. Yeah, no worries. Appreciate the info. I'll do this real quick again. Let me try this top. Illumination lines, reflections. I should have motion blur on. Yeah, good. Make material. Material insert reflection set on high quality. Okay. Value. Reflection set on high quality reflection and planar reflection. Yeah, okay. Fuck. Oh yeah, dude, in his thing he sets all those values. You don't just like not have them plugged in. Yeah. Yeah, man, know what I'm saying? One for that. Specular should be 1, roughness 0, yeah. Alright. No. Gotcha. Okay. Still not visible, but there's a pretty crispy clean reflection. Dang. That's so interesting that like the sink is bending out like that, but nothing else is. Okay, let's see. See, this is what I was talking about with like the increased accuracy. You can see the like crappy banding there a lot easier, which is annoying. That is gonna be, that just requires like, yeah, increasing a lot more of the reflection and lumen settings that are all like behind the scenes. You have a distortion amount. Distortion amount for what? You mean like the fall off distance or whatever for these? Yeah, I think I'm just gonna dip it or ditch it. And let's go back to the material and try to turn off the planar settings. Make mirror, search reflections. Yeah, it doesn't, oh well, yeah, okay, I turned on the high quality reflection and planar reflection, yeah. Details the value normal distortion. Value and screen percentage, See, I still feel like the normal distortion is not going to change. The sign distance meshes that are in the reflection, but I'll try to do it anyway. I just deleted that. I did. Normal distortion string and pre-filter 0. Okay. Screen percentage. Yeah. I mean, it looks real crisp. That is nice. But what is being reflected is doo-doo. And that's not a reflection setting issue, that's a lumen. A stinky lumen thing. Yeah, play around with it, just it's like a simple little setup. Okay, I'm gonna turn that off though. Nice. I want to get back to where I was when I was getting pretty good lumen reflections off of those. Because yeah, see, even without that planar reflection thing, I'm still getting that kind of reflective response. Yeah. Kind of over spawning here. That's cool. I had it so good before, now I lost it. Okay, so we have lazy. this voxel density is where I think you can set quality. Damn. Yeah, bro. That's interesting. I didn't change the setting before. I want to figure out what I changed last time. Yeah, but they're all dynamic. No, you're supposed to be super high, dog. I thought everything I did though. Is it the material? But right now it's like I don't have reflection captures. It's just it's capturing the like lumen scene. Which again is just this. It's gobbledygook. Well, it should be this, right? I don't know why it's the lower quality. Reflection view, yeah. Whoa, that's cool. Dang, alright. Because I think it's trying to take the distance from the camera and just use that lower accuracy distance mesh. So it's using bigger voxels, and that's making it snap to higher volumes. But as it tries to blend in, it's like pushing into a more accurate representation. Which is pretty janky, but I guess it works. So, where are we going to change our lumen reflection settings? It's not going to be in nano, right? I'm glad you think so too. It's not going to be in the post-process settings, right? This is global illumination reflection. No. It's gotta be project settings. I'm on the edge of my seat. Oh, it's gonna be so good once it gets there. Textures, camera thumbs. So just want to make sure reflection captures a match. The brightness level, okay. Oh, maybe this was it? Support global clip plane for planar reflections. So as it's transitioning to planar, maybe that's what's doing it? Let's try that. Yeah, okay, yeah, because I had to restart my engine to have that work. So let's just disable the global clip plane. Can we get there? Uh-oh, that doesn't look good. Okay, damn it, didn't do shit. Okay, so we're gonna just return to the web.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Jay from JS Films, and as you all know, I've been playing around with Unreal Engine 5.3. Just a disclaimer, this is beta, that means, but what they now to this television right here, reflections. This is big, by the way. They now added a setting for max reflection bounces, so I can check this on right here. And to kind of show this, I'm gonna go to this television right here. As you can see right now, we have the max reflection bounces set to 1, but if I go to 2, you're going to see that we're going to have some more information down here. This is pretty cool because, as you all know,
I think he's still using hardware ray tracing, or hardware tracing for Lumen, which is why he's still getting these like really crisp like screen space reflections basically. Yeah, he's changing the settings in the this process one. Nice. Under all lumen reflections. Oh yeah, yeah. Keep looking at the freaking global illumination. And he has his quality up to 4. Maybe that would change. Actually, shit. Post process volume. Crap. I'm not supposed to change it there. Who's getting there? That's what you get for not opening it every day as soon as you wake up. Okay, let's see, we're in night. Reflections. Is it changing the material quality? No. Man. I don't know. I feel like not. Like Lumen's trying to leverage so much of its like low resolution kind of like proxy representations that you're either using that or you just go back to screen space and then I don't know. I think reflection captures they work better with baked lighting And I don't even know if you can bake the lighting for Lumen. But yeah, if you're using a baked lighting setup, I think it would be a lot better. Like, yeah, not Lumen, maybe ray tracing. Could come into play more. Damn it. Okay, that's not there. Doing screen space. Not doing ray tracing. Gosh darn it. Oh, I had it. How did we start there? And then not end up there. We'll just mash Control Z for like half an hour. Pray we get back. Damn, man. Mode settings don't do jack. Man, feels like they're just like really not exposing settings.
No, they are getting rid of the ray tracing. Standalone deprecated, and that had options for increasing the max bounces. That being said, before this, we didn't have this option, so this is pretty awesome, man. But with that being said,
I'm pretty sure they don't have that either, right? Is he looking at global illumination? Look at reflections. Okay, so it is there, but like turning that up doesn't do anything. It's not getting us the effect that we want. I'll take a blurry pixelated mess. I just want to know that it's like blurring a quality image. And see, it's like that even is like a crisp reflection, right? Just reflecting due geometry. Turned off. Oh yeah, I think for Lumen you can't even use the forward render, you have to use deferred rendering. I think it's that or vice versa. Yeah, so forward shading is not allowed now with Lumen. So you can only use plane reflections with them, or without. Forward render, yeah. So if anything, that probably wasn't doing anything. Yeah. Space, vans, okay. I think that's the best we can do with the material. Just set it up as basic as you can. Nothing fancy. It's gotta be a project setting.
You are going to need hit lighting for reflections turned on, meaning you're going to need to have hardware ray tracing turned on, support for lumens.
No hardware, yeah, see. No, you don't want that. Bruh. Let's make sure that that's set. Deferred shading. Wow, ugh, this one's flipping screen space. That was the problem. That's gotta be. No? Ah. Oh, I was so sure. Damn. No. Is that gonna change anything? Ugh, of course it is. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. Let's make sure all my settings are there. Yeah, I've like explored the documents here a bit, but yeah, I'm pretty new as well. Trying to take as much advantage of it as I can. No, it's fun though, right? So you get to explore and discover new things. So yeah, set, it's all there. You have the option to use the hardware ray tracing. Oh yeah, support hardware. I don't want to. Ray tracing requires enabling skin cache. Ugh. Try it their way. Determines how the default scale of a mesh converts into voxel field voxel dimensions. Changing this causes all distance fields to be rebuilt. Large values of memory quickly. Variety of large control progress for limits. Settings are found. Mission cool. Yeah, I've played with all these. This is fine. I've done that. Updating speed. Don't care about that. Yeah, see, disable static lighting. There's no big nothing. Effects used without global illumination. This must be static lighting, but want to scale up the reflection quality. That's interesting. Okay. Well, I guess let's try that. So basically, I guess what I did here was add support for hardware ray tracing. Said to use it when it wants to, I guess. Oh shoot. Damn it. And maybe just enable that on like the highest setting, but I don't want to develop with it. Like I'm happy to just flip the switch and give someone better reflections for 10 FPS or whatever decrease if that's what they want to do. But I need to build the experience around something that's more closer to the average, I guess. I can't just be compensating to supercomputers. Distance moves from their shadows and cast from their shadow cast. Okay. Yeah. I like the light. No. Okay, these are just the settings that change for the different quality levels. Yeah, see, software ray tracing says the fastest method. And that's what I want to try and build around. High scalability level disables detail traces and lumen traces a single large global distance instead of individual mesh traces. Yeah, detail traces, that's what we need. Whoa. That's a screen space reflection. Crikey. Oh. And the monstrosity is revealed. But damn. If that ain't perfect. Unfortunately, it's still being lit by lumen. It's not truly screen space. We're getting all these damn artifacts. But to start, I don't like being, let's see, fucking 60 FPS. They should only be there if, oh, what the hell? If, yeah, scalability. Epic. Oh wait, no, that's cinematic scalability. What is that? Having a brain fart. Oh, damn scalability settings. Oh yeah, there we go. Management scale. Cinematic. Okay. See if we can keep cinematic. That's ugh. Alright, yeah.